And again, this isn't, again, like a hotel where people are coming and going. This is the reason why they're coming. They're coming here to stay here. Where a hotel, you're coming maybe for a wedding, or, so the room is really just a kind of a stopping point, to rest your head and that sort of thing. The retreat center is, you're coming to stay there.
Are you going to rent it for weddings? That would be a lot of music.
It's, yeah. If you notice on the target market, that is not on there. Because I don't want to deal with it.
What?
I don't want to deal with it. How do I just play? I don't want to deal with it. I really don't. So that's not something that I'm going to
Promote.
absolutely.
But it will happen. I think it will, because there aren't many places to rent around here for a wedding.
It might be a good thing, but she'd find out after the first one.
First time to eat.
Well, and she'd find out after the first one.
Again, to me, the whole purpose of this retreat center is really, it's not about big parties and get out in the country and huge bonfires. It's exactly the opposite of that. It's to give people that experience of slowing down and quiet and reconnecting with themselves. That's what people don't have.
Why did you decide on this project now, at this particular time?
It started actually last August. It started for two reasons. One, it started out of my desire to want to move back to the country. And it truly started with one of the football coaches looking at me and telling me that my youngest son is going to be out of high school in 10 years. And I realized that if I wanted to create this experience for my children, I better get on it. And then it started, and then as it progressed and I began to talk to people, this idea and the interest of people want this sort of thing came about, which is how we got to this retreat center.
Are you single? I'm just wondering what your spouse
He's already
reply
spoken
to.
I was just going to say, yes, I am.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering if there was going to be a problem with the spouse, though. That's the only thing.
Parker, did you have a question? Not to change the subject.
Well, I don't have a question. I had the opportunity to talk to Dan and Sue I think it was 2 weeks ago. So I've had a little time to think about it. I live right across the street. I live in Eric Falk's old house. I live beside, I don't know if you know where I live, but anyways, a lot of the questions I'm hearing here tonight that you're asking, I've had a chance to think about. And I think Dan brought up a great point. If this property was sold off and lots and houses built, we'd have a whole lot more traffic, a whole lot more noise, a whole lot more neighbors. We're going to have a neighbor that we don't even hardly see, the way it's being explained. We were very concerned about our commercial zoning until I heard what Dan and Sue had put together, that it's a very limited. I mean, I don't know if you could make it much more limited. And I think it's a great idea. You know, I think we need to be a little more respectful to you. And I think if you think about it as a community and look at it, if we had a whole bunch of houses going up over there, we're getting a pretty good deal out of this. So I don't know if they have a question, just a comment.
Thank you very much. Yes.
All right, will you be open 365 days a year?
Absolutely, which is one of the other reasons why I came down here, because living in the snow belt that I do, I actually wear boots. From what I understand, I'll be wearing tennis shoes for my boots.
Oh, we go.
I think last year you guys had 18 inches of snow. 2 of them came in 6 inches. I will tell you that shoveling my driveway on various occasions in February, I think we had 2.5 feet in about 4 days.
Well, you weren't here last winter.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
She didn't take 5 days to get out of my driveway.
Don't tell her that she.
That wasn't in my sales pitch.
And actually, I initially, when the idea first came to me, I initially thought about Geneva area, and then decided against it because of the snow. Because again, that whole thing. So, question?
Not a question, but a comment. And one of the things is I like what I hear. And has anyone ever been to Honey Run in Holmesville?
Yes.
And if
My
you
wife is.
have, it's similar, a little similar to what you're offering. And in our township, because we have this unique personality with the Amish in our community, I think that this could be something that could work very well and add to our personality. We don't want it to look like Montgomery Township, and we don't want all those lights and all that traffic. So we can still have something here, and it can be productive, I think.
You've got Amish in the Burton area.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
Tons of them.
But you're on the fringe of it, though. If you
Middle.
get there, you gotta plow through it. Yeah.
It's interesting because it's not something that I think about. I mean, I went to school with a lot of Amish kids up until, they left in sixth grade.
The Amish here are the Swordsman Trooper sect, which is more conservative.
Right.
And your buggies are harder to see at night, so think about that.
I'll give you a clue, down in that dip, you will get snow.
And again, think about when people are, again, traveling to this kind of retreat center. Typically, it's gonna be during the day, and they're coming here to stay. Again, this isn't a hotel where you're coming here, and then you're leaving and coming back. I mean, the idea is that you're here and you stay here.
I had stayed at the inn, Honey Run, and it's, you go there to be quiet and to focus on what you're supposed to be doing. There are no TVs in the rooms. There's no noise there. People just love it.
One other comment I'd like to make too is because I was on the Vacation Visitors Bureau, and it was an awakening to me. I just became more aware of it. We used to be an industrial county. We used to have we were the balloon capital of the world. We had all of the industry in town, and we don't have industry anymore, and we need to find new ways to bring people to our county to make us special. And like the lady in the back said, this is a very nice way to do it. We need to bring income to the county, and it certainly, to Dan and I, seems like a very positive way to do it.